So somebody wanted to know about cerebellar eye findings. And as you know from neurology, the cerebellum is in control of the fine motor control of your movements, and it's the same thing in the eye. So we've got the oculomotor cranial neuropathies, which are in charge of kind of moving the eye right and left, up and down, cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. But the fine tuning of those movements is cerebellum. And the cerebellar eye findings are, you can have problems with your saccades, which are the fast movements. So when we want to move the fovea from one target to another quickly, and pursuit, if we want to control the speed, velocity, and direction of the eye movements together in a conjugate manner. That fine tuning of those movements is cerebellar. And so you might got this kind of jerking, which is a saccadic type of pursuit, or you might have saccadic abnormalities, both in terms of getting to the target, accuracy, the latency, the onset of it, or the saccade itself. And we can get skew deviation, which is uncommon. Normally, skew deviation is a vertical deviation caused by disruption of the otolith input to the cranial nerve nuclei 3, 4, and 6. But that same problem can be a disconnection at the level of cerebellum, which causes a vertical deviation that doesn't localize to one muscle or muscle group. They might have a head tilt, which is called the ocular tilt reaction. So the otolith and the ear is meant to tell your head to counter roll in response to a head tilt. But if there is no signal or a faulty signal, you'll tilt your head, you'll get rotation, torsion, and normally that torsion is towards the hypotropic eye. So the eye will be lower, the head will tilt towards that side, and the torsion will be bilateral and conjugate torsion towards the lower eye. This we call skew deviation. And cerebellar nystagmus, which is a central form of vestibular nystagmus. And you can get a lot of different forms of cerebellar types of nystagmus: periodic alternating nystagmus, rebound, and if it's the vermis, upbeat nystagmus. So these are the various forms of cerebellar type nystagmus. You might also get a cerebellopontine angle type of nystagmus, which is called the Bruns-Cushing nystagmus, a gaze-evoked nystagmus in one direction, and a gaze-paretic nystagmus towards the ipsilateral side, called the Bruns-Cushing nystagmus. So these are the major features of cerebellar eye findings: difficulty with saccadic fine movement controls, which might also affect your pursuit, skew deviation, and a central vestibular nystagmus, including PAN, rebound, upbeat, and the Bruns-Cushing nystagmus.